Well, this is the brass plate that I ordered, guys, for that mahogany base. This is going to be the brace and legs for it. 3mm thick, and this is a piece of mahogany that you saw me turning down. I think this has ended up about 7.5 inches wide, so we've got a bit of spare either side. It's going to be just in from the edge. It's going to be a square shape. Most of it's cut out. It's just act as a brace with 4 legs on, and the design of it that I'm going to do, it'll be it's going to be something along those lines with the brass bar that hasn't arrived yet, but the brass bar will form the 4 legs, so that shape will be cut out of this brass. Does that show up, guys, on the... I think you can make that out. So, next job, I need to mark this out. Well, I don't know if you guys have got any experience using a scroll saw. When I first got this, I just tried it on a piece of scrap wood just as an experiment, making sure the thing was working. I picked this up off eBay. It's a Rock. I believe that's Korean backwards. I think I paid about 30 quid. You can pick these up for about 30 quid. And the table was a bit rusty, but it is cast iron table. It's all cast iron apart from this arm, which is aluminium. But I believe it's a decent quality. I was thinking it was variable speed motor on it. As I say, I've only used it once for 5 minutes just to make sure it was working. But I've looked everywhere now and I can't find anything to adjust the speed, so maybe I was mistaken on that. Anyway, I believe I've chosen the right blade. I've got a decent selection of blades. This is a 20 teeth per inch, and it says it's for cutting pewter, pearl, mica, pressed wood, not sure what that is, seashells, jewellery metal and hard leather. Anyway, it's 3mm thick this, and that's the shape that I need to cut out. These triangular pieces in the centre will be what will be coming out, and then this cross shape will be a brace for the legs. I've just had a try and I've cut the corner off there, and it came off, seemed to come off alright. I think the secret is don't push it, let the blade do the work, take your time, and it'll cut through it. So I've got, as I said, I've got a few spare blades. I've no idea how many I'm going to go through. I've no doubt I'm going to break one or two. The tension on the blade, it's adjusted at the back. I don't think you want it too tight or too soft, so I'm going to experiment with that. But still on the same setting that I used when I cut this corner off. So I'm going to try and run down this line now and see how we go with that. I think the secret is to hold the workpiece onto the table as firm as possible, and then just let the blade do its work. Anyway, let's see how we go on. Just before I carry on, guys, I'm just wondering if any of you got any experience with the scroll saw cutting brass. Would a bit of lubrication help? As a bit of WD-40 or something like that, just to lubricate the blade. I may give it a squirt and see how we go on. When I can find my WD-40. Yeah, it was right under my nose. I don't know if this is necessary or not, guys, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, I've got one length cut down to the centre now. No breakages so far. He says. I'm just trying to save as much of the brass from the cutout that I can, because there will be some smaller pieces needed later on, but I've got one line cut down to the centre. I'm going to bring it in from this side now, and hopefully the two will line up. I don't know if the WD-40 is doing anything or not. There's a piece of protective plastic on the face of this. I'd like to leave that on as long as possible. I don't know if that's helping the brass to slide on the table or not. But I think the WD-40 is doing something. Alright, so let's see if we can join the two up. What about 2-3 millimeters to go now, guys? That's surprising. I expected that blade to be hot, but it's not at all. That's a surprise. I think I want to try and come in from that other side now for this. Yeah, I think the secret is with the curves, as you're taking it forward and you want to adjust the position of the piece, just bring it back a touch so it gives the blade enough room to make the curve. But just got a 2 or 3 mil off there to come, and that'll be the first piece out. Well, I'm pleased with that, guys. No breakages so far, and I'm a bit off the mark on this side, but the belt sander or the files will take care of that. I'm right on the edge there, so that doesn't need to come down anymore. But yeah, 1 down, 3 to go. Quick update, guys, still no breakages, and I've got this this line cut now, so there's 1, 2, 3 to go. I can feel the blade getting a bit dull now because I can sense I'm having to put a bit more pressure pushing the workpiece in, so I think the blade's getting a bit dull, but I'm surprised it's lasted so long. It's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts and 1 or 2 small pieces off the edge. So I'm going to carry on with this blade. Keep putting a bit more pressure on. Maybe end up with it breaking, but I've got quite a few others to go with yet. So So I've got 1, 2, 3 to do. Starting to take shape now. This will be just to be a bracing piece under that piece of mahogany that I turned down, and there'll be 4 brass legs and feet going on it, and then the mahogany will sit about that height, and then the mechanism will be in between the two. But taking shape now. I have got some carbide burrs that fits on my rotary tool, so I think the awkward to get to pieces where the belt sander won't reach. I don't think I'm going to do a great deal on it on the belt sander. Possibly around the 4 corners I'll get to it, but I think it's a 50mm wide belt, so it's not going to do a great deal, but it'll certainly do around there. But I'm just thinking those carbide burrs might take some of the excess off. I've just tried to be careful. I got a bit close there, I'm just about on the line, but I've just tried to be careful not to cross that line. I'll keep on this side of it, but I don't think brass is too difficult to file, so, but it's taking shape now. Well, I've just had my first breakage, guys. I was putting more and more pressure onto the blade with it dulling down, and suddenly it snaps and doesn't half make you jump because there's no tension on the top arm. Doesn't half make a racket, so I'm just going to go and change my underwear and I shall be back. Right guys, I'm back. No clean underwear, I'm afraid. It's all in the washing basket. So I've used an old bricklayer's trick. I've turned them inside out. Right, I'll swap the blade over, so let's carry on. That's most of it off, guys. I don't think that's bad. Just breaking one blade. Maybe I should consider a career in the church. Well guys, I've got a lot of the big chunks off on the belt sander now, on the outer edges of the curved section. Unfortunately the belt's too wide to go into the these inner parts. I thought it would be. So I'm going to I'll put one of the carbide burrs into the rotary tool, and I'm going to take some of these awkward sections together before I use the file. And I thought it'd be a good time to use this horizontal soft jaw vise that I built a couple of months ago. I've got a video up of showing how I built this, and it's not had many views, and I'm surprised because I consider it to be one of my better videos. But anyway, this again is a piece of lignin vitae that was one of my father-in-law's balls, and I've cut that down and machined it to fit. With this you can use it horizontal, you can mount it flat, or you can stand it upright and use it that way, where it goes in there. But with it being soft jaw, it's not going to make any marks on the brass, so I'm going to give this a try. I think I'll have it flat and see what we can get into these. Well guys, if you've been wondering what this thing was I was making at the beginning, I've decided to convert all my machines to CNC, and this is going to be the main controller for it. Well, thanks for watching guys, more videos coming very soon.